Man City's front three is not better than Tottenham's. No way. Son is the better footballer. So that's why.
If you offered me Son or Sterling, I'm not taking Sterling.
Right, we'll quickly
move on to the top three front threes.
So I'm going third, Kane, Son, Lucas. Second, I'm going Mahrez, Aguero, and who's did I put as the left winger? Sterling.
Sterling.
Hang on. That front three is better than Spurs'.
Yeah. And then top, I'm going.
Come on. I don't know why I bother waking up this early. Opening my laptop, sitting here on the sofa on this casting couch, and listening to these opinions.
Top, I'm going Mane, Firmino, Salah.
I'm gonna say first, Mane, Firmino, Salah. Second, Kane, Son, and whoever the hell wants to play right mid, because it could be anyone. Kane and Son do enough to be in there. Obviously, a lot of people would say Bale, but Bale's not played enough Premier League games to prove that he deserves a place there. So I'm just gonna add Mora. But and then third, I'm gonna say Mahrez, Aguero, and Sterling.
Well, it's not. I mean, you shook your head at mine, but I just think.
But they're not. But that Man City's front three is not better than Tottenham's. No way. Aguero.
I was saying last night, Kane and Son, just having those two, it doesn't matter who you play on the right. It's still at the minute
current form, at the minute. But we're saying
not just on current form, Dan. Son and Kane have been doing it for the last however many seasons.
Yeah, but so has Aguero, Mahrez, and Sterling. Sterling's got pretty much 30 goals a season.
Mahrez hasn't been pulling.
Mahrez doesn't put up numbers like that. As much as I rate Mahrez as a player highly,
but I think Mahrez is better than Lucas. But Aguero and Sterling have been putting up numbers. So surely
Sterling, in my opinion, Sterling's not better than Son, and Aguero.
But he's still getting 30 goals a season.
Aguero's nearing the end of his career. I think he's also very injury prone. The man's got hamstrings bigger than my face. And Kane's obviously touching his prime, so I can't not put. Maybe it's a bit of bias, but I can't not put Kane, Son, and whoever wants to play right wing above Man City's front three.
Yeah, but that right wing goes just like that.
Yeah, I think
that lets it down. That drops it a spot for me.
Okay, but when you look at the depth we have in right wing, whether it's Bale, Moura, Bergwijn, that's three quality players to choose from.
Oh, go on, Jamie.
Can Bergwijn play right winger? Is he a right winger?
Yeah. If you
play either, you play either wing. You can play attacking mid.
You should be able to play either wing.
Yeah. See, I'm tempted to have Chelsea's in there, man. Say like Werner.
Ziyech,
and then maybe Pulisic. Yeah.
But who should put on
even Havertz left wing?
Because for me, Charlie, I assume you've
would
got
have
the
to make it
same
over Havertz.
three as me and Kels.
Yeah.
But in a different order.
Not really. Sort of.
See, I don't know if I'd have that instead of Cities at the minute. For me, I don't know, because like you said, Dan Sterling puts up the numbers. You can't really like drop him out. But then City striker has been an issue for the past season and a half.
But hang on. How? Sorry to cut you, Jamie. But how are we judging this? Are we judging this just off numbers or of footballing ability? Because
are we talking pure form as well?
No, not based on form. Based on like the best front threes, like whether it's over the last few years.
Not even that. Say at the start of the season. At the start of the season, you had to set up with a front three to go on for the rest of the season. What is your order?
If it was for this season, I wouldn't pick Aguero in it though, because Aguero has been injured for the past. Season.
At the minute, that's a good point because he's not.
He's not fit enough to be starting games.
Yeah.
Like, he's just not.
And
I don't think he will be. I don't think he will be.
But he still got 20 goals last season. So I think if you're going into this season,
I'm gonna have Chelsea's instead of City's then, and I'm gonna go Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic.
Dan's not happy.
I think Ziyech is a far better player than Riyad Mahrez.
I don't think far better.
Say
but
far
better. Not far better.
But I think Sterling
is
is twice the player Pulisic is at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pulisic
that's fair.
hasn't had the seasons that Sterling's had.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair, but then I
Pulisic
think
has showed me that
Werner-
he's got
I
a lot
think
more to
Pulisic
offer.
will be there. You
Yeah.
can tell.
Mm.
I think Werner's
what's
better
your-
than
so
any
you-
of City strikers at the minute as well, though.
So what's your order, Jamie?
So I'd go Chelsea's Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic. Then I'd go Spurs, obviously whatever right winger you want to take,
Yeah.
Kane and Son. And then I'd go Liverpool's, obviously. Mane, Firmino, Salah. Or even
Mane,
Or
even Jota,
Mane,
yeah.
Jota,
Yeah.
Salah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was why mine was different. First, I had Mane, Jota, Salah instead of Firmino because at the minute Jota is a far better player and he's scoring the goals to back it. I'm torn between City and Spurs for second and third. Like in terms of names, obviously City, Sterling, Aguero, Mahrez. And for past seasons you have to put them second, but it's hard to ignore what Kane and Son are doing at the minute. It's a tough choice, but I mean, Dan and Jamie have sort of swayed me. The fact that City have got a front three of quality players in each position, the Spurs haven't really got that right winger spot. I'd probably go Spurs third.
I find it
No,
crazy how
this is where you just smart.
It's just the thing. I mean, it's because obviously I was saying before that what Son are doing, the right winger doesn't matter. But when you've got players like Sterling, Aguero, / Jesus, and Mahrez who are all chipping in with good numbers each season, what Lucas and really chipped in with? What's his highest score in Prem season? Like 3,
You know what?
4
Yeah,
or 5,
this
something
is
like that.
this is where your Cobb side comes out. But because in my opinion, yeah, because I want to circle back to the Son versus Sterling debate, right? You said that Sterling has been putting up great numbers for the last few seasons. Son has also been putting up great numbers. Probably if you look at them, I don't know the stats, but Son's are probably a little bit lower than Sterling's numbers, I'd assume. But I feel like Son is the better footballer. So that's why
If you offered me Son or Sterling, I'm not taking Sterling.
Yeah, you got to take.
No, I would.
Yeah, but you have to think about the.
Not even just at the moment. I think
you keep saying at the moment on current form. That's a cop out.
No, it isn't. It isn't because 2 seasons ago when Sterling got 25 goals and 10 assists, I'm saying I'm taking Sterling.
Okay. And then Charlie, you say on the right wing, you know, they've got Mahrez, who I think is a quality player. And then we've only got Moura, and like you say, Moura doesn't necessarily put up numbers like that. Like I think, like especially last season, his numbers were rubbish. But for me, the fact that, and I know we're talking about a starting front three, so you might say this is irrelevant, but the fact that in that right wing position, we have Moura, who's shown that he's not really capable of putting up the numbers, and then Bale and Bergwijn, who are both fighting to potentially make that right wing spot theirs. For me, that's enough confidence. I've got enough confidence in them two as players to then partner with Kane and Son.
I know what you're saying, but it's the fact that we don't have a definitive right winger to play there. So as a front threes, I don't think I can put them above 2. Because as a front three, you have to pick a player to go there, and you would pick Bale, like as a right winger. He hasn't shown yet that he is good enough to start week in, week out.
Yeah, we don't know if it's the same. Well, we've all said we don't know.
I like the tune that's playing in the background. Dan's having wild thoughts, bro. Wild thoughts.
The Modern Game Podcast.